Hi guys, it's Drawlaw here, and today we're going to be drawing P.T. Barnum from The Greatest Showman. I love this movie. It is such a classic, and I just can't wait to draw this character. Alright, well, let's get to it. Hi guys, before we start, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks! Okay, so drawing this out, I drew P.T. Barnum twice. Once where he's standing up so you could see his full outfit, and a second time in more detail, closer, zoomed up, and just like mostly on his face. So on this first one, and by the way, for both of these I used multiple references. Whenever I'm drawing a character from a movie, I like to use those actual pictures or scenes from the movie, and I also like to see some fan arts, kind of other ways people have drawn the same character. That way I can get a clear idea of how I want to draw the character in my style. Like in my style, I really like to make the eyes look super adorable and, keep the important details, but not really include the things that aren't too important, just because my style is a lot simpler. So going into this, I wasn't sure what to expect because it is kind of tricky for me to draw real life movie characters, but I'm like, you know what, I've done this once before, so I'm sure I can do it again. If you guys have seen my drawing the Marty McFly from Back to the Future video, you know what I'm talking about. In that video as well, I also drew a movie character. So a little bit about this movie, The Greatest Showman. It's a musical, and I absolutely love musicals. Just any movies with music make me feel so happy, so I love to watch those. If I had to pick a song, I don't know which song I would pick to be my favorite from this movie. Honestly, I love them all. Like, the classic, This Is the Greatest Show, that one's really good. Same thing with Never Enough. I love all those songs. Okay, so now I'm drawing P.T. Barnum in the more zoomed in style, and as you can see in the first one, I drew him holding his hat, but in the second one, I'm drawing him wearing his hat, and in his hand, he's going to be holding this stick. If you have seen the movie, in the end scene, he kind of does that when they're all in the circus and they're all performing. He holds the stick and he shouts that, "This is the greatest show!" And that's like when everything happens. So I thought that was kind of an iconic pose, and I really wanted to replicate it in my drawing. For his hair, I really wanted to make it suit him. Like in the movie, his hair is mostly, gelled neatly, but I also kind of made it a little bit spiky on the top. Not too much, but just enough to add a little bit more to the character, kind of to show that he is a little bit not organized and kind of just goes with the flow of things. But that is what makes his character interesting. Also, I had a lot of fun drawing the jacket and the little details in there. It was a little bit complicated because obviously in the movie it was much more detailed, and here I had to kind of minimize those details in a way that would still suit my style. You'll see I'm just about finished with the sketch, and bam! There it is with line art. I decided to skip the line art step for this video just because it was looking already a little bit long with the sketching, and I knew I was going to take some time with the coloring because I've really been practicing shading and trying to give my characters a lot more dimension and really play with colors. So I decided to cut the line art out of this video just so that I wouldn't bore you guys with how long it would have been. But yeah, like I was saying, as you notice on his vest with those lines, that is the way I simplified his vest. It was supposed to be a little bit more detailed with each line kind of having a gap in the jacket, so I would have had to alternate with red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, and I really didn't want to get myself into that, so I decided to just keep it all yellow. That way I could just color over it with one color and I wouldn't have to worry about switching between colors. So you'll see here that I'm coloring it yellow now. I don't think it ruined it in any way. I like the way it turned out. But maybe if I ever did draw him again, I'd really put in that effort to kind of add more detail to it. Now with his pants, His pants were like a cool gray kind of color, which contrasted really nicely with the warmer tones like the reds and the yellows. So that was good. And as a drawing perspective, I like to see a lot of contrast. So when there's a lot of warm colors like reds, oranges, and yellows, it's good to have your share of cool tones as well, like blues, purples, grays. Just something to keep in mind. And now doing his hair, I tried to add a little bit of shine in his hair. You might be able to tell. I'm not too sure if it was able to show through by the end though. I don't know. I think I might have overdone it with the shading at that time. You'll also see here, now that I'm coloring in the bigger version of him, I made his eyes more detailed. That's because whenever I draw the character more zoomed up, I'm able to add more detail to like the face and things that I couldn't before when it was a full body drawing. So I like to really experiment with different sizes in my drawings and just go with that. You'll also see here my peach was running out and I didn't want to switch colors. I'm like, no, it has to be the same peach I used in the other one. But it was really challenging because it was making the face look really streaky, so I had to go over it a couple times. Luckily, when I shaded it, it kind of helped smooth over the color. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get a refill on that one. Unfortunately, Ohuhus do not do refills, so I might have to buy the whole pack over again, or I could just buy the Ohuhu skin tone set. I haven't bought that yet, but I've heard it's really good, so I would want to try it out. And it would give me access to a whole bunch of more skin tones. Dark ones, light ones, medium tone ones, all sorts. But all in all, I'm really happy with the way this picture turned out. I really like the way his jacket looks. Like, I don't think I've ever drawn a character that looks anything like it. It kind of gives me masquerade kind of vibes, and I really like it. I mean, he is a performer, so I guess that does make sense. I really like it, and I hope you guys did too. You know, there's a lot more characters in The Greatest Showman, so if you would want me to draw, you know, any more characters or any more people from The Greatest Showman, be sure to leave a like, and I definitely will. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, because when we reach 200 subscribers, I'm going to be allowing comments, and I can't wait for that. Alright, thank you guys. Bye!